People of the world, friends and relatives, my name's Stuart Alexander Lehman-brown, and I trust that you are having a fearless summer so far. We're here to memorize the fretboard, part 4. That means we want to eventually be able to identify every single fret on the fingerboard, every single note on every single fret, on every single string of the guitar at a moment's notice. Less than a moment's notice. Instantaneously. Now, I have to tell you, the title is a little bit of a misnomer because we're not really trying to memorize the fretboard. We're trying to understand the fretboard so we can figure things out very, very quickly. Now, we are going to do something in my eye. I wish I could just pluck out all my eyelash hair. Well, I can, I guess. Maybe I will. People of the world, what was I talking about? We were talking about memorizing the fretboard. So, okay, here's what's going to happen today. This is part 4. If you haven't watched part 1, 2, and 3, I recommend you do it because they're helpful, they're fun. I talk about R2D5, all kinds of fun things are happening. But the most impotent thing we're going to do today is attack memorizing the fretboard from a completely different angle. So let's do this. First thing is let's have a long, tedious review session where I literally go through every single thing we did in the previous 3 videos. Does that sound like a good plan? Then after that, we'll do something brand new that no one suspected. Then I'm going to very cleverly connect this new thing to all of the old things we did. And then I'm going to give you a tease about what part 5 is going to be. Does that sound like fun? First thing, long, tedious review session. People of the world, friends and relatives, do you remember what the note names are on the top string, the E string? We had demonic devices for memorizing all of these. The first open string, of course, you know, is E. First fret is F for first fret. Third fret is G for, gosh, shoot darn it, I don't remember any of these. No, I don't know it. Third fret is G. Fifth fret is A for alive. You're alive. Number 5 is alive. 7 is your B birthday because you were born on the 7th day of the month. Then C is the 8th fret because of crazy 8. Then D is on the 10th fret because decade is 10 and that starts with D. And then 12 is the octave because all of the 12th fret notes are just the same note as the open string. That was the worst review session any human being has ever done. Let's really quickly do it on the A string as well. Open A string is, of course, A. Second fret is R2. C, no! Oh, shoot, darn it! How do I not know any of these? It's called a B. What's B and 2? Did we do this last time? Forget it. The third fret is C because of C3PO. Third fret, C3PO. Fifth fret is D because RD25. R2D25. Seventh fret is E because of 7E11. Eighth fret is F because of fate. It's your fate that the F is 8. F8, fate. F. And then 10 is G because I think it's because gophers live for 10 years. And then 12 is A. Not only is this review session embarrassing, but I'm embarrassed of all the other Memorize the Fretboard videos I've made. Yeah, it literally is open E, F for first, G for who knows, A for alive, 7 is B because B is your birthday, crazy, C crazy 8th fret, D for decade, and then back to the E, and then A, C3PO, RD25, 711, 8. I'm literally just doing the exact same thing over and again. When I sat down, I was like, Stuart, there's no reason for this video to be more than like 11 minutes long. So just do it and be done with it and move on with your life. And instead, I'm literally just taking a 3-minute segment and then repeating the same 3-minute segment again. And then I'm talking about it, which adds even more time. 7, E11, the fate of the furious. You guys have got to be kidding me. You're like barely even trying. That was a really good review session. Do you remember about sharps and flats? A sharp, you take any note, like this note here is a G. If you move one fret over to the right, it turns into a G sharp. Let's go back to the G. If you move one fret to the left, it turns into a G flat. So if this note right here, let's pretend that this note is named Trey Parker, then that means that this one is Trey Parker sharp, and this one is Trey Parker flat. Okay, so now we know about that. And then there was an octave trick I taught you. Do you remember that one? It was, if you play any note on the top 2 strings, let's take this one, the G. If you go down 2 strings, 1, 2, and then over 2 frets, 1, 2, that note is also a G. It's the same note, but a higher version of the same note, a higher octave. So you have this as an E. If you go down 2 strings, over 2 frets, that note is also an E, but a higher octave E. Those are all the things we covered in the previous videos. Now, are you ready for the new exciting thing? I'm not ready for it, for being honest. I need to take a little break first. Uncle Stuart, literally every single one of these Memorize the Fretboard videos starts with a review session that's so much longer than it needs to be. Why are you doing this? Why don't you just give us the new information? You don't need new information. All the information is online. You can, if you know that you could just go online and print out a thing that literally says what the note of every single fret is. You could put it on your wall and it could be right there. You don't need information. You need repetition and drills and repetition and nagging and ding-donging and just, we need to go over the same thing a bunch of times from different angles, and I just need to keep pounding it in, because that's you're not trying to learn information. You are trying to understand and accept and incorporate into yourself all of this. Are you ready for the new thing? Here's the new thing. We are going to learn, this is going to make I know you're a little upset because I just had a little bit of a tantrum and you might feel a little bit like I was being unfair, and I understand. But this is going to make you feel better. We're about to learn a 2-octave major scale. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yeah, I thought you would like that. Would you forget everything we just talked about? Would you please, with your middle finger, play 8 on the top string? Beautiful job. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything about what that note is. I just want you to do this next thing. With your pinky, play 10 on the top string. Gorgeous. So we went 8, 10. Then on the next string, with your pointer finger, play 7. Then with your middle finger, play 8. Then with your pinky, play 10. So we've got 8, 10, 7, 8, 10. Play it with me, guys. 8, 10, 7, 8, 10. Uncle Stuart, I can't play with you because I don't have my guitar with me. I didn't think I would need my guitar for the Memorize the Fretboard video. I only grab my guitar when we're doing song tutorials. Okay, then I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Go wait outside. 8, 10, 7, 8, 10. Then on the next string, play 7, 9, 10. I would go pointer, ring, pinky if I were you. We're halfway through. Play it with me. 1, or just imagine it, or have fun counting the stars in the night sky. 1, 2, here we go. And 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10. Great job. On the next string, play 7, 9, 10 again. On the next string, just play 8, 10, middle finger, pinky. The fingering does matter. It's not mission critical, but it's mission important. Then go down to the bottom string, play 7 with your pointer finger, and then play 8 with your middle finger. That was a lot of notes. That was a lot of frets. Let's play it together really slowly. I think you're going to be able to remember this. 1, 2, here we go. And 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 8, 10, 7, 8. One more time. You ready? 1, 2, a little slower. 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 8, 10, 7, 8. What? No questions. You might be thinking, Uncle Stuart, this has nothing to do with what I want to learn. I don't want to play major scales. Also, I already know the major scale, but I don't know it like that. Why are you wasting my time? Okay, first of all, no one can waste your time but yourself. You make your own choices unless there's no free will, and then none of us actually make any choices. But, I mean, we're still making decisions. If there's no free will, we are all still making decisions. It's just that there are two reasons we're learning this C major scale right now. One is because it's a good thing to know anyway. Like, it's going to be useful if you ever want to go into music theory. If you know, a lot of songs, it's very useful to be able to play the major scale. It's just a good, like, exercise, good finger dexterity exercise. So, number one, it never hurt anybody to learn a major scale. It's probably not true. My guess is somehow people have died playing the major scale. But let's not get into that right now. This is a positive place. The second reason is because we are going to learn the notes, the note names in that C major scale. It's very easy to remember the note names, and then you can use that to find all of the names of these notes when you need them. And then using some of our other skills, you will be able to find other notes from those notes. Like I said, we're just attacking from a different angle. We're taking another approach. This is another thing you can do on your ongoing quest to master the Masters of the Universe. Would you please play the scale one more time for me? Because I think you already forgot it. 1, 2, here we go. And 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 8, 10, 7, 8. Are you ready to learn the note names? We do not need any demonic devices. All we need is basic alphabetical skills. Starts on C, because it's a C major scale. You're just going to go through the alphabet until you get to G, and then you start over. I'll show you what I mean. You ready? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Those are the names of those notes. I would like you to say it, not spray it, along with me as we play it one more time. 1, 2, say the note names. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I had a panic in the middle of that because I forgot what came after F, but it all turned out fine. All right, check this out. By the way, this is what I'm doing right now is foreshadowing for something that's going to happen at the very end. Would you please play for me, somewhere in this range on the guitar, would you please play me an E? Play me an E note. No, you may not play the open E. No, you may not play the 12th fret E. You have to play an E somewhere right in here. Think about it. Here's one. 7th fret, 2nd string from the top. Oh, wait a minute. Look, C, D, E, but then look, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. There's another one on the 9th fret of the 3rd string from the bottom. So you can find E's pretty easily using that major scale. Okay, sure, but can we find an F? Yes, we can. Look, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. See how easy it is to find notes using the C major scale? That was so much fun. We will be able to use other major scales to find other notes later, but right now, all I want you to do is memorize that C major scale. You do not need to memorize like, okay, I could just go to this note and I know that's an E. You are allowed to go like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. E, there has an E note. You're allowed to do that right now. We're not trying to memorize every single thing. We are trying to understand how all the notes fit together. Okay, you ready for something? I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you a couple cool things, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the next part 5 video. Behold, you ready? What's the name of this note? The first note of the scale. That's right, it's C, because it's a C major scale. C. But look at this, you ready? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The last note is C. Okay, wait. So the 8th fret on the top string is C. The 8th fret on the bottom string is C. So, do you know what that means? It means that every note on the top string is the same note as the same fret on the bottom string. So like this is a G, this is a G. This is an A, this is an A. This is a C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's a C right there. Just a helpful little tip. Whatever fret note you're playing on the top string, exactly the same on the bottom string. All right, you ready for another little friendly tip note, friend, help, factory time chat? Do you remember how we did the thing with octaves where we said if you go down 2 strings and over 2 frets, you'd have the higher octave of a note? I said it in this video and I said it in part 3. Look, you ready? So here's a C note. If we go 1, 2 frets, strings down, and then 1, 2 frets over, C. So that means 1, 2, 1, 2. That should be a C as well. Those should be octaves. They should both be C's. You ready for this? Look. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So our using the major scale to find that higher octave C works, but also our little shortcut 2x2 trick works. Also, you know how we talked about sharps and flats? We can use that sharps and flats knowledge to find the sharp or flat version of any of the notes in the C major scale. So look, let's just pick a note from the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Let's take this D. Here's a D. So guys, what's this note right here? It's got to be a D sharp. Okay, go back to the D. What's this note right here? It's got to be a D flat. So here's what's kind of cool. This scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, has 15 notes in it. But then we have sharps and flats for each of those notes. So that means that we just learned the names of 45 different notes. That's a whole lot. And like, we don't know them, we can't recall them instantly. It's not Total Recall starring Arnold Schwarzenegger or, I don't remember who was in the remake. I didn't see it. I don't watch movies anymore. But this is not the movie Total Recall. This is, let's figure out what these notes are time. Okay, never mind. So you get what I'm saying. Perfect. Guys, you've been such a captivating audience. I can't even wait to see you next time. But are you ready for a tease for the next Memorize the Fretboard video? The next Memorize the Fretboard video, instead of teaching you something new, I'm just going to quiz you on a bunch of stuff. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do it, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Mark my words. Memorize the Fretboard Part 5 will be full of quizzes. You will be graded, and I will not be grading on a curve. And pass, fail, credit, no credit is not an option.